Hi everyone, it's great to be joining you again in another YouTube video. You've seen already I've got a lovely special couple with me tonight and a newborn baby, 15 weeks old. We're going to talk about that in a little second, okay? But just to let you know folks, Amanda has had her scan on Monday. Many of you were thinking that that would be results. There is no results in until Thursday or Friday of this week, so I will keep you posted, but please keep praying. There's about 25,000 folk have contacted and are praying. But this is a story tonight that I really want you to take to heart. This is something that came across the path of Heather and I, and it's a family that we are really praying about. And in fact, we're praying for a miracle, and a miracle is already taking place today. Isn't that right, Gemma?
Yes.
So, Gemma, Clive doesn't say much. We were talking about that earlier. Clive's just here. He told us he was here for the eye candy. I don't know what that means, but I'm so glad Clive's here. Clive's just a wonderful chap. So, Gemma, just before we start about your journey, just tell us a little bit about your family and the kids. I know there's two in bed, so we have to be quite quiet, but just tell the folk.
So we have a 4-year-old called Sadie and a 17-month-old called Louie and a 15-week-old called Betty. And while I was pregnant with both my daughters, I was diagnosed with cancer both times. So really they're my wee miracle babies who saved my life both times.
That's amazing. So just bring us up to speed just of recent days, Gemma, because the past number of months have been really difficult for you. So can you just tell the folk what has been happening?
So most recently, on the 9th of January this year, I found a wee lump and I went to my midwife, who very quickly got me seen with a consultant the next day. And then I was admitted to hospital that weekend for some further tests. I did have cancer in 2016, so it was a big worry in the back of my head. So I kind of knew in my gut that it was not going to be good. Baby Betty was delivered by C-section and the tumour was removed, and the next day then I was told there was also a lump in my lung, a growth in my lung, and 3 other growths in my pelvic bone. So again, at that stage they still hadn't confirmed that it was definitely cancer, but you just know, like, whenever you'd been through it before, 4 years before, you knew what was coming. So on the 9th of February, I had my Zoom meeting with the oncology team in Belfast, where they confirmed I had, where my cancer originally was a very low grade, low spreading, like it was 1A, it was like basically a smidge, as I kept calling it. I had a smidge of cancer.
That's right.
Whereas now, on the 9th of February, they said, Gemma, it's stage 4, it's aggressive, it's acting very unusually, and it's very concerning. And they didn't know how to treat me because they'd never seen this cancer in the UK before. They sent my slides to America, and America came back and said basically they had no further comment on it either. Like they didn't know where to go with it. So it was a stab in the dark, really. They just said, let's start the best chemo that we have. So after 3 very, very intense rounds of Taxol and carbon chemotherapy, which I thought was going to kill me, not the cancer. Like I thought the chemotherapy was going to kill me. Like I've lay on that bathroom floor, and I planned my funeral on my bathroom floor like several times over. Sorry, I've lost my track here. Basically, the tumours have spread in my pelvic area, so the chemo has proven not to be working. There is some positives, which is that the lung one has shrunk a little bit, which gives me hope that these other tumours can be shrunk. There is something that can shrink these tumours. Before all of this, I've been following a lady called Lindsay Bennett, known on Instagram as Gratitude for Cancer, who went to Mexico, and she has been my absolute inspiration to do this, because she was told the same as me, there's not much hope for you, and she has 2 wee children, the same. Well, I have 3, but she has 2. And she was basically told the same as me, and she went to Mexico, and after 3 weeks, her results were amazing.
Amen.
Amazing. Like over half of her tumours were shrinking. It was just absolutely amazing watching her journey, and she's my inspiration, and I know that it's going to be the same for me.
Brilliant.
I have so much faith in Mexico, hope for cancer in Mexico, and
Brilliant.
I just can't believe we're going to get there.
Brilliant. Gemma, I'm going to take you back a wee bit just to fill in people that don't know just about this week. So Monday, yesterday, was a massive day for you.
Yesterday was my results day. We had our CT scan 2 Thursdays ago. Ours? Mine? I keep saying it like it's ours. Like
Yeah, but Clive's in this too. Clive's in it.
I had my CT scan 2 Thursdays ago, and because of the bank holiday I didn't get my results till yesterday. It was the longest week of my life. And unfortunately it just wasn't. I honestly thought my miracle was going to be yesterday. I've been praying and begging for this miracle, and I thought it was going to be yesterday, and it wasn't, but today it was. So today we are on a completely different wavelength than what we were yesterday, crying our eyes out yesterday, and we're on top of the world today. So
brilliant. Gemma, just can you fill in what they told you yesterday? Basically, what did they say to you? How you and Clive felt as you drove away from that?
We didn't even speak the whole way home. I don't even remember coming home, to be honest with you. So we went into the oncologist, and she basically just went through it, like, obviously, how are you, all that carry on, and then she was asking about my pain, and I told her that I had a new pain, and she basically told me it corresponded with what they were seeing on the scan, that there was 2 new growths. She told me, I asked her, she just tilted her head at me, and I knew it was bad, and I asked her would she be able to tell me when I'm down to months, so that I could prepare birthday cards and first school shoes and things in order, you know. Yeah. And she basically just said that to get my affairs in order now. And I said, what are you saying here? Yeah. And am I right in saying this? It was like, it would be reasonable to get my affairs in order now. And I said, so I've got months? And she says that it would be reasonable to believe about a year. So yesterday I left that place, and I know we never spoke the whole way home, but I know that I emailed Hope for Cancer, and they wrote back to me saying we can consultation with you tonight at 10 p.m. or Wednesday. And I said to Clive, are we ready for this tonight? And he was like, yeah, go for it.
Absolutely.
So that was at 10 o'clock last night. And at 9:30 this morning I put on a GoFundMe page. And we were told we need about £70,000 to do the treatment plan in Mexico. And at 9:30 this morning I put on the GoFundMe page thinking this is going to take months to get this money. And in 10 hours we had £80,000.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. That's amazing, Gemma. It's amazing. Gemma, as usual, Mark's sitting with tears in his eyes because I feel this journey, and I know that there's thousands of people already love you and Clive and your kids. Yeah. And folks, here's what we're saying tonight. Where are we, Clive? Outside Oma? Because my sat nav. Are we outside Oma?
Yes.
We're literally directly behind the Ulster American Folk Park. Just
oh my goodness. I don't know where my car sat nav took me tonight from my house near Ballycastle, but I've arrived here and we're sitting in this wonderful back garden. And I want to tell you folks, when I arrived here tonight, Gemma opened the door to me and she was radiant. Is the only way I can describe it. Radiant. And after getting that news yesterday that devastated them, they have now raised over £80,000 today. Now, this is where we want you to do something for us. We want you to continue to support this. This is what blew me away. As I sat in the kitchen with Clive and Gemma, do you know all they kept saying to me tonight? We have got enough now to help other people. And that blew me away. And their heart, no matter what they're going through, no matter how they're feeling, their first heart call was this: we have enough now to help others. So I'm simply asking you, on behalf of this wonderful family, I'm asking you, the link at the end, the little GoFundMe page is going to be on at the end of this video. I want you to donate. It doesn't matter how small it is. Little as much when God is in it. So no matter how small it is, will you please continue to give because Gemma, you've had hundreds of messages today, Gemma.
Unbelievable the
Yeah.
amount. I can't even open them all. I promise I will open them all. I will, but today has just been so overwhelming. Like, I mean, I got up this morning and to ask people, strangers, for money was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. And the fact that I'm sitting here 12 hours later and we now think that we can help someone else with some kind of plan, whether it be with help pay their mortgage or whether it be help them get a treatment plan, like who knows? Who knows what's going to come out of this? But that makes me feel like so much hope, so much hope.
Folks, I don't want to prolong Gemma sitting here in the cold with her wee darling. And
I think
Clive,
she's loving it. Getting out
she
here.
is actually loving it. Clive hasn't spoke yet, so we're going to give him the next 15 minutes to share. Listen, only joking. Gemma describes Clive in one of her little Facebook videos as a rock.
Yeah.
And I have sensed that just when I've come to the house. So you're going to just speak out the names. Clive, will you do that? You just speak out the names because you haven't said much. So just speak out. No, I know he doesn't. Let's get him doing it. Clive, just tell the folk the names of your kids in order so that we can really get them on our prayer list and get praying.
Yeah. Well, Sally's our oldest. She's 4. Then we have Louis, who's a year and a half just. And this little one is Betty, who's 15 weeks.
That's amazing. Folks, this is what we're going to do. This family's going to be heading off to Mexico. Like, I am super excited.
I'm going to take you all there with me.
It's amazing. They're going to Mexico. What we're going to do is we want this video to be shared by your small group again, your youth group, your church group, your community group, your parochial group, whatever group you're in. We don't care. We want you to get praying for this family. And while Gemma and Clive and the kids are in Mexico, we're going to be praying that God comes and God performs something that only He can do. Gemma, you and I were talking and we've both got news that we were going to die, basically. We were. Yeah. And that is really hard. And you and I both know that the doctors and the consultants, they don't gloss it, they don't paint over it, they just tell you.
It's very black and white.
It's black and white. And you're just left sitting here. But you and I were talking in the kitchen. We believe in miracles.
Oh, 100%.
We saw a miracle today.
Oh, 100%.
And what we're really longing for you, please take this family to your heart. Please share this story. And while they're away, do you have a rough date? Roughly, you got nothing concrete set?
When we went to bed last night, we thought this was going to take weeks or months.
Yeah.
Like, I've only been sorting the paperwork today. Like, we
We
haven't even spoke today. We haven't even had a chance to speak today. It's been so like, I can't even put it into words. I'm just overwhelmed. I'm blew away by strangers. I just can't believe we haven't even talked about it. Like, it's unbelievable.
It's brilliant. Folks, it's actually amazing when people come together. You've heard Gemma say there, folks that she doesn't even know.
No.
And we were talking in the kitchen. If you can set aside all the political nonsense and all the stuff that doesn't really matter when life is on the line, it's wonderful how people and kindness can just come together right across all communities, all religions, everything. And that's what we want here. So I'm going to say one more thing just before we let Gemma and Clive go. Stewartstown Christian Fellowship are also organising a fundraiser for you, as I told you in the kitchen. That's going to take place maybe late May, early June, potentially. Look out for that on Stewartstown Christian Fellowship Facebook page. But please click on the GoFundMe page that we're going to show you just now at the end of this clip. There's also something else coming up. Okay? We're going to put up a little video that was sent to Heather and I. And it actually, when I've met Clive, it's out of Clive's character. Really? Yeah, I know she did. We're going to put this up because literally when Heather and I watched this, we saw what this family was all about. And it was just love written all over it. So listen, stay on. Watch this little clip that we're adding. Amazing. And then hit the page to please give. But most importantly, Clive and Gemma want your prayers. They want your prayers. The first words Gemma said to me tonight was, "We've got great faith." And that blew me away. So we're still believing. We want you to join us and believe as well. So Clive and Gemma, we're with you. Thousands are with you.
Yeah.
Thousands. and we're going to be praying. So folks, please do that right now. From Clive. Clive, do you want to say bye, or have you said enough?
I'm all right.
He's all right.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you
you
guys.
so much.
Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts.
And I mean, if you were with this family tonight, they genuinely mean that. Genuinely mean it. So please do that right now. And remember this beautiful family. Thank you so much.